Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltamar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 3. Where we left last time, we were on our way to Act 2. It's been a while since I've done a recording. I was actually quite sick for about a week or so. Had a pretty vicious cold, was coughing and hacking and all sorts of gross things. There's some death shepherds to kill here. We're probably going to start this fight by sneak attacking them. And how's our spells doing? We're actually doing pretty good for spells. We could probably start with the fight by like lobbing a fireball in there when they're sort of closer. Maybe they can all get into range at the same time. That's close enough. That worked so. Everyone else is still... Oh, now people are in combat. I was going to say no one else is in combat yet, but a ghoul dashed in there and now everybody is in combat. Okay. So let's see where we're at here. There's a bunch of ghouls, obviously, and a couple death shepherds. Those guys are actually pretty tough. The ghouls, not so much. Not a big deal. That death shepherd is standing like inches from Gale, which is less than ideal, but yeah. Let's reckless attack and miss our attack, and we're going to rage. Gale is going to misty step back out of the way because I don't want him to die. And we're going to tank, of course, with our barbarian. 35% chance to hit. We should probably start shooting some of these smaller ones first. Let's just not kill. Oh, wait, they probably have piercing resistance because undead. Unfortunate. Oh, well, shoot again. Alright, shoot it a third time. This actually might be a really good time for Shadowheart to throw on Guardian Spirits and just kind of casually walk through them. Another ghast. Not a big deal on ghast. How close are we to a level, by the way? Stench. We're going to get nausea. That's going to suck. Alright, Gale needs to take a quick jaunt backwards so that he doesn't die. And, or he's already used his action because Fireball. The second Death Shepherd's coming in. We're going to counter... What's the rest of the Wicked even do? Raise the Fallen Undead with all of its hit points. Let's go with no. On that, let's just say no to that in general. There's a ghoul coming in. It's almost dead because of the aforementioned fireball. But we are going to do the Guardian Spirits thing because I think that's going to be the easiest way to deal with all of this stuff. I just want to kind of move like right here. Can I move even closer? That one did get hit, so I guess we're close enough. I'm tempted to mass healing word just to give everyone bless, which isn't the worst idea. Seems kind of like a waste of a level 3 spell, but I actually think once we leave this act, we have to long rest anyways, so it'll be fine. Missed its attack. Good. We have a pretty solid chance to hit now, but we critically missed. Necrotic Veil is gone. Great. I don't know why, but it worked out. Let's do a flurry of blows. Let's try and knock it down. We're going to try and topple it. We did knock it prone. That is extremely useful. It makes it much easier to hit. We have a whole 45%. Oh, we can start shooting these down, though. We have advantage on our attacks. That one died. That one hasn't taken any damage. Neither has that one. So let's just shoot this guy. Nope. Oh no, don't move. That's not what I meant to do. Did that even hit? Yeah, I don't think it did. It's blinded now because of the Lathander's mace, I think. Yeah, let's just start casting, I guess. Wait, what staff are we even using now? Cold. Are we using the cold armor now? Or the gloves? Whatever the thing is that we're supposed to be using with cold. Yeah, okay, we are. Let's try the Ray of Frost then. I think they actually might be resistant to cold, but we'll find out. No, it seemed to work pretty well. Save versus Lathander's Light. It is doing its... I'm gonna burn another spell on this. Yeah. I should have. That was a... Never mind. The, Guardian Spirits are doing enough on their own. That's a terrible hit, though. Well. And we'll try and knock it down again. Dead. Next one. The ghoul is not quite dead, but it's very close. We might be able to just pick it off with an offhand. Really? 3? I guess we can just finish it. Why not? I'm gonna shoot the ghast since we have advantage. Keeps missing Shadowheart. She is using some pretty hefty armor though. Critical hit for 19 on the ghast. Excellent. You know what? I'm just gonna let it go. It seems like whenever they get up, they explode almost immediately afterwards. Her main hand damage is atrociously bad, though. Who do we hit? Oh, this thing. Gross. That's okay, I guess. Let's shoot that one. No, let's not shoot that one. We have a terrible chance of hitting it. Offhand attack on this one. Finish it up. And then these two. We've burned a bunch of spells, but that's okay. Gross. That was a terrible shot. Critical. That means we got a double critical miss because she has advantage. So, awful. Let's see if we can finish this. Why do we have disadvantage? Too dark. Whatever, it was blasted away anyways. Could you kindly stop raising things from the dead? Oh, that was an annoying one to raise. We should have taken down the Death Shepherds first. That was stupid. That was a bad call on my part. Why is her damage so bad? Shouldn't her damage be at least a little higher than that? 7 to 12. So why is she rolling so badly? Because she has pretty decent strength. She has 16. That's plus 3 to hit. Maybe they have resistance to blunt? They do. They have bludgeoning resistance. Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense now then. Hit this thing. Top let down again. We're just going to use all our key points. And let's just shoot this thing. Hey, it died. Good. Oh, it took 22. It hasn't done any damage because we keep smashing it, or because it keeps hitting her armor, which is pretty good armor for this point of the game, but there we go. Fight complete.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Death Shepherds have potentially some gear. Half plate. I guess it's worth selling. We're going to eventually get to a store again. We're going to find Damon in the camp, which is going to be my first time seeing this camp without immediately destroying it like we did in the other playthrough. In our evil playthrough, we went to Last Light Tavern and promptly eliminated it from the world. Dead Zealot of the Absolute, or Zealot, depending on how you pronounce things of that nature. Just kind of send all this stuff. A missive from Moonrise. Let's just read it. Duke Ravengard is to be delivered unharmed, or mostly so, immediately. Moonrise Towers cannot fulfill its destiny until the Duke has been delivered. Those who succeed will be rewarded. Those who fail will face first my wrath, then Gortash's, then mine again. General Ketheric Thorm. Gith Youth, bunch of arrows, another Gith Youth, and that's it. There's this bridge we can't cross there, but we're not going that way. We're going down this way. Time to head out of this mission, out of this map, and out of this act in general. Pretty excited to go to Act 2, actually. There's a lot of things that I didn't... Oh, we have to meet Elminster, right. Did Elminster kill all these poor animals? Probably not.
Oh there, wanderer. Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
I think some proper introductions are in order.
Meet Elminster Ormar, a good friend of mine, but rather more significantly, he's the most famed and respected wizard in the realms.
He's also Ed Greenwood.
Am I, indeed? Most famed and respected errand boy, more like. I was bid and spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale. You know of whom I speak.
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Bortity washed away your decorum as well as your patience? Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name, drank naught but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you would begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it?
I suppose we could part with a few of our rations.
And a great kindness that would be. See, Gale, even in these barren parts, the art of hospitality begets inspired new works, if only one keeps up the practice.
Oh, for the love of...
This way, then? To your camp. Oh, don't dawdle now, lad. You're the one who's in such a frightful hurry.
Oh, nigh on 13 centuries old and he still thinks with his stomach. We'd best follow and see if he's more disposed to speak plainly once it's stopped its grumbling.
Very well, I suppose I'm as curious as you are to hear what he has to say.
A wise choice. Better to indulge your curiosity than Elminster's appetite.
Yes, what a delightful wedge of old Arthurian that was. Doesn't do to parley on an empty stomach, you know. Makes one's words frivolous when they should be grave. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster!
Right. You see, that is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mistra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
What message and what charge would that be?
The long-awaited question. Now, if you please, Elminster, for the too long-awaited answer.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mistra would consider forgiveness.
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mistra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils.
If the goddess herself is aware, I wouldn't say no to some divine intervention.
The very purpose of my presence. In a roundabout sort of way. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mystra's belief that only you can.
Gale alone, how so?
The orb.
Precisely. Mystra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help. Or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
Say what you will, but you can't force Gale to go through with this.
No, indeed. But I think she trusts me too.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mystra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute, and for your sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mystra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid. Italion Thras Annas. It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
There is still a long journey ahead. We'll find another way.
Or some other fortune altogether.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
We're not going to be doing it that way. Let's go talk to Gale. He wants to talk about what just happened.
I need a moment for the two of us.
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days.
He didn't seem much like a friend showing up and demanding you kill yourself.
It's not a demand he wanted to make of me. As Mistress chosen, he had no choice but to deliver her message, however much it pained him to do so. For Mystra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left.
You're seriously considering what Elminster said?
Of course. He offered the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the Absolute will be gone, and I along with it.
There's surely another way.
If there there was, I'm sure the goddess of magic and the greatest wizard who ever lived would have identified it. But alas, only one solution is offered. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating.
You're not blowing up Gale. I won't let you.
Let's save such certainty for the moment such a decision is upon us. You may feel differently once we know what we're truly up against.
Okay, well, let's leave camp. We're not going to do a long rest. I think we're going to long rest when we leave the act anyways. At least I'm somewhat sure we will. I guess we'll find out. At least we don't need to feed Gale with artifacts anymore. That's important. And here it is, zone transition. You are about to progress your adventure. Make sure to tie up any loose ends before adventuring. We are adventuring forth, though. Maybe we don't need a long rest. Oh yeah, we do. Okay. Anybody want to talk when we're at camp? Doesn't look like it. Not seeing any exclamation marks on the map. So let's take a quick siesta, and we'll be in the Shadow Cursed Lands on Awakening. I'm also going to just move my recording program a teensy bit.
Tilla Vlaakith, has our queen sent a knight to slay me with his own blade?
Such informality, child. Does Justil Kithrak not command your respect?
Your blade speaks for you, Kithrak. You've come for blood.
Child of Gith, I've not come to kill you. I've come to aid you.
Suspicious.
Don't trust him.
Skakek Kier Gith Shabeleth. My blade rests. Mother Gith compels you to listen.
I will nod to Lae'zel. She should take the lead.
Speak. My ear is yours.
I know you carry the astral prism, Lae'zel. Within it lies the seed of Vlaakith's demise, and I intend to help you bring it to fruition.
Vlaakith's demise? Skaketh. I should run you through for suggesting it.
Are you talking about the person inside? Do you know who that is?
If they have not said, they must have good reason, and I won't be the one to betray them. But the one inside's chosen you as an ally, protects you with their power. That very power will be the end of Vlaakith's tyranny. The Prism's tenant must be let loose. I've sought their freedom for eons. When the Prism went missing, I feared the worst. Instead, you've granted the opportunity I've so long awaited. All that remains is the key that unchains them. And I've found someone who I believe can provide it. Bring the Prism to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting in a taproom called Shares's Caress. That is where we decide the fate of my people. Lae'zel, together we will break our chains and be Vlaakith's slaves no longer.
I am no slave, Justil Kithrak. The Undying Queen is my freedom. It is she who will purify me, and she who will ascend me.
Lies, Lae'zel, every last one. There is no purification, no ascension. The Zaith Isk does not purify, it extracts memory and kills the infected. Nor does the Lich Queen glorify the ascended. She feeds on most all of them to grow her power and pursue godhood.
Madness! You flood me with this heresy. I will hear no more of it.
He speaks true of the Zaithisk. You need to trust him.
I served Vlaakith the whole of my life. Learned her words, fought her battles, yet she names me her Sharlak. Your words carry truth. I will meet you in Baldur's Gate. Do not make me regret it.
Lae'zel, I see Talakma Gear in you, sister in freedom. Together we will be our people's light. Take this. It is a Quanith, a psionic detector. The Queen's warriors hunt you. The Quanith will sound you out when you come near their portals. Hear its cry and prepare for battle, or slip away. I should go. Vlakith's gaze pierces the seas and skies. She believes me loyal, and I can't afford her mistrust. Keep the astral prism close. Let no one take it from you. Slay any who try. Now to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting, Lae'zel.
Must be just a portal around at will, like the Gith appear to be able to do. Alright, there's another conversation done. Back to bed. Oh, someone still wants to speak with us. Probably Lae'zel. Oops. Who? I don't know. Oh yeah, there's Lae'zel. She's way down there and is still level 1. Which is good, because we're going to use her to sell all of our stuff.
Only in Vlakith may we find light. These were the first words I ever read on Tirsu slate. But they are no mere aphorism. They are law. They are creed. The root from which the 10,000 protocols stem. Forsake one protocol, and forsake Vlakith. Forsake Vlakith, and be the blood and meat which sates her dragons. If Voss speaks true, if Ascension is a lie, if tadpole purification is a fairy tale, then I have not sinned against Vlakith. She has sinned against me.
What does Ascension entail exactly?
Ascension is a young Githyanki's greatest honor. Long ago, the Geich enslaved my people. They dominated our minds and bred us for war, until Great Mother Gith took a hammer to our bonds. From the day of our hatching, young Gith have one purpose: to train hard enough to slay a Geich and take its head. Then, we speak the rite of Ascension, and a red dragon comes to fly us to Vlakith, in Tunarath, City of Death. We are honored with an eternal home in the Astral, celebrated for our victory. We are ascended. Or so I believed.
Voss called Vlakith a tyrant. Does this mean you agree?
I never thought Vlakith a tyrant, or me as a vassal. She was the source of my might, and I the envoy of her will. A warrior, a champion, a destroyer. But if Voss is right, and Vlakith consumes the Ascended to gain power, then I am no destroyer. I am mere livestock, bred to be harvested and devoured. Every Githyanki is a slave with a singular purpose. Not to cull the Geich, not to prevent their grand design, but to raise Vlakith to true godhood.
Who is the one in the prism, do you think?
I don't know. I can't know. And that drives me mad. At first, I thought them an illithid deception, a trick of the tadpole. But the dream figure is real. It lives in the prism. Voss believes they are the seed of Vlakith's demise and the agent of Githyanki freedom. And I believe he may be right.
And if Voss is wrong, if his claims are wrong and Vlakiths are real?
Then, when the Kithraki come for me, and come they will, I will submit to their blades. They would feed me to their dragons, and I would deserve no better.
Alright then, let's move on.
Yes. I'd like time to think.
I think it's time for us to actually
We'll
get to bed
meet Kithrak
at some
Voss
point.
at Chares's Caress in Baldur's Gate. Until then, be vigilant. Vlakith's eyes are upon us.
I will keep that in mind. Alrighty, so we're about halfway to level 8. Time to go to bed. This video is much more lore stuff than I was anticipating, so we're probably not even going to... Well, we'll just enter the Shadow Curse lands before we have to end the video for the night. And in the... I guess tomorrow probably, I will actually enter us into the Shadow Curse lands, and we can, you know, start our campaign against Ketheric Thorm, bring him down for the light, all that kind of stuff. We need a moon lantern, which I think we're going to get from the goblins when we first arrive, hopefully. But then again, we killed all the goblins, so I don't actually know if we can get a moon lantern
This is
from
no
them.
typical gloom. Need to stay alert.
Oh good, there is a goblin here.
Are you the true soul?
We are everything, and yet nothing at the same time.
I'll take that as a yes. Listen up. Grab a torch, stay out of the dark, and move fast. The shadows have eyes. Go on!
I mean, I don't need a torch. I got light from Shadowheart's mace. That being said, I think we're going to call it right here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Otherwise, we are going to start moving our way through this area. That's where we want to get to. That dome in the distance, that little light dome you can see at the edge there. That is the Last Light Inn, or Tavern. I think it's an inn, actually, but we need to get there. There's a lot to... Actually, there's not that much to do in the Shadow Curse lands, but there is several really tough fights and some really cool encounters. So that's what we're going to start working on. We need to get to the Last Light Tavern. We also need to get a moon lantern at some point, but we'll work on that. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.